Now, India is the second largest consumer of online games globally after China. 42.5 crore people in India play online games. However, the debate over GST on online gaming companies, that remains a challenge for the sector. The government today informed the Rajya Sabha that in FY23 and the first 7 months of 2024, that is financial year 24, online gaming companies were sent 71 show-cause notices involving GST evasions of 1.12 lakh crore rupees. Shivani Bazaz caught up with some of the companies and asked them about how they're dealing with this recent regulatory change and the tax demand notices. Here's that report.
Well, the online gaming segment in India has seen a remarkable growth in the past few years. From FY20 to FY23, the online gaming segment in India experienced a CAGR of 28%. According to a report launched in the India Gaming Convention here in New Delhi, the online gaming market size stands at 16,428 crore in FY23. However, the new GST regime and retrospective tax actions against companies poses significant challenges for the players. I spoke to Harsh Jain of Dream 11 and Trivikram Thampi of Games 24/7 to know how the industry is coping and their demand from the government.
The government was able to give us clarity that is 28% one time and then not on repeated transactions of the same money, which means that the GST was increased by 300%, still a big hit for the industry, which meant that we calculated about 20-40% hit on revenues, maybe 60%, 50-60% hit on EBITDA. But we still believe that it would be a long-term benefit for the industry. The long-term clarity it gives us and having regulations come in with tax clarity would be a net positive for the industry. But obviously the fact that there's a retrospective tax case on the industry with about 2 lakh crore of tax notices to the industry was not the best outcome. And that is now being fought in court. So we hope that to get that resolved amicably sometime in 2024.
Harsh, you spoke about a very important thing, the GST demand notices, that the retrospective action that the Ministry of Finance is looking at. Tell us, what is the impact?
As one of the largest gaming operators, I can say that no gaming company would be able to pay that amount because it's a multiple of your lifetime revenue, essentially of your last 5 years of revenues. So if that answers your question, I think that if retrospective tax, if this was to be a reality, then I think almost every company would end up in NCLT.
So what is the kind of, talks that we are seeing the industry having with the ministry, and what is the kind of relief that you are looking at?
I think we're already in discussions with the ministry. We have made all our representations showcasing how that we've been paying tax on our revenues from service tax days. GST came out 5 years ago, but we've been around for 15 years. We've always been paying off revenue.
Tell us more about the overarching impact of these huge liabilities, taxation liabilities.
I mean, all I can say is those tax liabilities are, several times the revenues we generated. We don't think they're the right interpretation of the law that existed before. We have challenged it in court. The matter is sub judice, and we are hopeful that the courts will rule in our favor.
Okay. Is there something that the industry wants now, seeks from the ministry, from the government?
The only thing we want from the government now is regulations that help separate out, that achieve two things, and which are really related. One is separate out the wheat from the chaff, the good from the bad, I know the government is very concerned about issues like money laundering after the Mahadev betting scandal has come to light. But there are a lot of operators in this industry who do the right thing, who want to do the right thing, who want to grow the ecosystem, contribute to the Prime Minister's vision of $1 trillion digital economy, pay the taxes. I mean, we talked about 70,000 crores in GST is what this industry can generate over the next 5 years. But I think that separation, which is also useful for the consumer,
Well, according to the industry estimates, the real money sub-segment of online gaming will contribute around 6,500 crore to 6,800 crore as direct tax revenues and 75 to 76,000 crore as indirect tax revenues to the exchequer during FY24 to 28. The industry has clearly taken a hit due to the new GST norm, but online gaming companies are hopeful of a bright future with better regulations. In New Delhi, with video journalist Pradeep Kumar, this is Shivani Bajaj for CNBC-TV18.